Welcome to the Mod Squad. I am your host, Kevin. Joining me as always is Felix.
What's up?
And today we have a special guest. We have BAM artist Pharaoh Loren. You don't know his art? It was in the Geek box. He did the Batman print.
Speaking of Batman, I'm going to save that for this or that.
Yeah, save it for later, man. Save it for later. Save it for later. All right, man. Before we get started, man, just how's it going? How's your day?
It's going good. It's going good. How's your days going?
Oh man, it's been a long one, but we're making it through.
Yeah.
Off the top, how long did it take you to sign all those art prints?
I managed to do this in one day.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Yeah, actually, I had my wife help me. She kind of like lined them up perfectly. So all I had to do was just kind of move down the line and sign each one of them. But I tried to get them done as quickly as I possibly could. And yeah, I don't know how, but managed to do it all in one day.
Does BAM send you like one big old package or they separate it out?
It's like I got 3 boxes this time, and inside of each box is like 6 boxes, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And
This time, there's something coming up that we don't know?
Oh no, well I hope, but no, it's because I've actually done this before, so
Okay.
I'm familiar with it. But yeah, and I went through 18 Sharpies.
Oh my God. Yeah, I can imagine signing all that is just it put a strain on your wrist.
Yeah, a little bit.
Speaking of which, how did BAM come across your art and how did they contact you? How did that go?
I sell my art on Etsy, and somebody I guess saw one of my art pieces there and messaged me through Etsy and was like, hey, we do this subscription box thing. How would you like to do art in your style? And I was like, oh man, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was through there.
And then the Batman deal, was that offered to you or did you?
That one was offered too. The first time I guess went pretty well, and they were like, we like to work with artists again if they provide awesome stuff. So yeah, I was reached out to, and I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Was you in the BAM box before?
Yeah, I did art prints for Dead by Daylight, which is a horror video game.
That's right. You know what? My daughter has that print. I do remember that right now.
Oh
my
okay.
God, I am so sorry that I did not remember
You know
that.
what?
I apologize.
Oh, that's all right.
I'm going to stick it right here too. My son also has that one on his wall too. And
Hey.
I'm going to put the picture in right here, right there with that. But yeah, he does too.
Awesome.
Oh man, that's awesome. I'm very flattered.
Yeah, those were great pieces. Like my daughter loves Dead by Daylight, and she just played. Having that was really cool. Really cool.
Speaking
Very
of
awesome.
commissions, what was your first big commission or first commission in general?
Ooh, first big commission.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, oh man, that's going way back. First big commission was doing a wall mural on a Halloween store. It was just one of those ones that kind of like pops up randomly, and they had this huge set of windows in front. And I was like, hey, I could paint something on there, and I'm kind of a horror-based artist, so I could do something really awesome for you guys. And they were like, yeah, sure, let's see what you can do. So I threw like Frankenstein, Dracula, the Mummy, all the classic monsters on there. That was probably my first big commission, and I think it took me about a month to do.
Oh, nice. All right, so H.R. Geiger was an artist who inspired you at the age of 8 with the creature design of Alien. What inspires you today?
Oh man, actually Giger is still a big influence, but another artist is Wayne Barlow. He does a lot of really weird, hellish type stuff. And aside from those two, a lot of inspiration just comes from horror media in general, whether it's video games like Silent Hill, or just like some movies that I find very psychological and twisted, things like that. And a lot of the other personal art is based off of like my own dreams and nightmares. I have a very photographic memory, so I was actually pretty lucky with that. So that's actually where I take a lot of the more abstract, weird stuff from.
I was reading that, and like you said, everything's up in your head. Even in your website, it says, answering, you know, what is there ever been a drawing or something where you couldn't do because it just was too much?
There have been a couple. Obviously, like I've been watching horror since I was a kid, so nothing. I don't want to say like I'm desensitized to it, but I'm just kind of like okay with it. So when it comes to like the dream art, that's the kind of stuff that does kind of freak me out a little bit. But I've actually managed to do every piece that's, I guess, kind of instilled fear in myself. And to me, it's kind of therapeutic that I'm able to kind of get past that and create it and put it on canvas or whatever anyway. So yeah, there hasn't been one. There's been a few that have been kind of hard to do, but I have managed to complete them.
Oh, that's cool. So you say you do put things on canvas as well? Because my next question was, it seems like from your website and stuff that your art seems to be mainly digital. I was going to ask you, do you do a lot of conventional art as well?
Not so much anymore. I used to do a lot of traditional art. I started out with a pencil, pen. I can do paint, acrylic, things like that. But I moved more over to digital, I guess just more so for convenience. And I just want people to know that digital is just as difficult as traditional. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I've actually, watch a lot of people create digital art and stuff like that. It's interesting to watch as well as just see art being created. I've always enjoyed that process.
Yeah, it is very interesting, but it is very satisfying at the same time.
You may have answered this already with the whole you're a horror guy, but me and Kevin were talking about you just before you came on, and I'm like, well, why the alien? Like, what was so, why the, besides any other monster in that that time, King Kong, Godzilla, what drew you to the alien? And Kevin's like, I don't know. I'll ask him that then.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually a good question. The first Alien movie, 1979, that was the first horror movie I had ever seen. Okay. And I probably shouldn't have watched it at that age, but I did anyway. And that creature design just stuck with me. So that's probably why.
I got you. All right. Is there any medium of art that you've not tried that you'd like to get into?
Let's see that I've not tried. Airbrushing. I've always wanted to try that. And what's funny is Giger mostly works in airbrushing. So it's something I would definitely love to try.
You should check out Bianca Thompson's work. She's done a couple of things for BAM too. She's really good.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
airbrushing?
Yes. Yeah, she that's what she does. She does a lot of airbrushing and cards and stuff like that.
Oh, very nice. I'll check that out.
All right, well, so you did the Batman art prints for BAM. Have you actually seen the movie yet?
I have not seen the movie yet. I hear a lot of good things, and I will watch it.
That's in my this or that. I'll go ahead and fix that.
It's actually really good. I saw it this past weekend. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out when I get the chance.
All right. Felix, do you have any other questions for Mr. Pharaoh Loren?
I mean, I'm a huge horror guy. So, what genre speaks to you the most?
All right. Let's see. Well, I mean, I love all mediums of horror, but the one that calls to me the most would be on the more psychological side, but also the horror movies that kind of implement more realism. There's a couple movies that do it so well that it almost feels real. A good example, and like my favorite horror movie is Candyman.
Yes. I've seen your piece on your website. Yeah, I've seen that piece on your website. It's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, really something cool about that movie just made it feel real and unnerving. But just movies that really bring that to the forefront, I think, are the ones that call to me the most.
Cool. Well, since horror is your genre, basically, what is your Mount Rushmore of horror icons?
Mount Rushmore of horror icons?
Yes.
Top 4.
Okay, well, obviously, I already mentioned this. Candyman's going to be on there.
Yeah.
Freddy. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, man, this is tough. Pinhead, Hellraiser.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, huge Clive Barker fan. Ooh, that last one's tough.
Yep, because it means you're omitting some people.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why it's really difficult. Maybe Jason.
Maybe.
Let's go with Jason.
Or.
Nope, he said Jason. There is no or.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll go with those.
That sounds good. Yeah, it can be hard when you start to talk about Mount Rushmore, especially when there's so many.
We've kind of had a couple Hellraiser art prints, not recently, but within a couple of years. But I totally would love to see you do something.
Oh yeah, that dark style. I really like that.
I think that would really, with your style, would really go really good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I would love to do that. I'll be honored.
Ready,
All right,
Kevin?
Yeah, go ahead. Time for some rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire questions.
Ooh,
really
all
quick.
right.
Candyman the original or Candyman the newer one?
Original.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Ooh, Star Wars.
PS5 or Xbox?
PS5.
Batman 19, basically Michael Keaton Batman or Christian Bale's Batman?
Michael Keaton.
And Texas or California?
California. I love Texas, but I don't know, something about California.
I get it. I get it. It's that coast. It's that coast. All right, man. I want to thank you for joining us on the Mod Squad. Is there anything that you have coming up, any cons, conventions, or tell us about your website?
So yeah, I mean, I hope to do obviously more stuff for Bandbox. I don't know when they will plan on reaching out, but I feel like they will at some point again. My website is pharaohsdreammuseum.com. You can see all my art there. And you can actually see another project that I'm currently heading, which is a horror video game. Kind of on the same track as Dead by Daylight. A lot of like everything is completely original based off of my personal art. So it's a lot of weird, twisted stuff. So if you guys want to check that out, it's thefallenvideogame.com for those who do want to check it out. And I'm all over social media under the Dream Museum, or you can just simply search up Pharaoh Loren.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us on the Mod Squad. So I do believe that does it for this episode of the Mod Squad. So for Mr. Pharaoh Loren and Felix, I am Kevin saying, keep on bamming, bammers.
See ya.
See you guys.